Conor McGregor is going to be fighting Donald Cerrone on January 18 for UFC 246 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing that really shocked us about any of that, but the only thing that kind of surprised us until we thought about it for a second is that the fight's going to be at welterweight, 170 pounds, which is where Donald Cerrone just came down from to fight Tony Ferguson and to fight Justin Gaethje, and Conor's moving up to 170 after fighting Khabib at 155 and Eddie Alvarez before 155. Both these guys are not natural 170ers, so what would be the reason? The main reason is, I believe there's a plan, in case Conor McGregor wins, to fight either Jorge Masvidal, maybe even Nick Diaz if he makes his return, Nate Diaz, because I know Nate Diaz likes to fight 170 these days. It's pretty much just a setup for Conor McGregor. And I heard the plan, I believe from Errol Hawani, that Conor's looking to fight 3 times next year. So he's going to fight Donald Cerrone, of course. He wants to fight either Masvidal or Diaz, and then he wants to fight Khabib at the end of the year. But that doesn't really make sense, right? You're going to have some 170 wins and get a title shot 155? I don't know, that still seems strange. He should be fighting 155. Fight a guy like Justin Gaethje. Fight Tony Ferguson if he loses to Khabib, or someone like that. Someone up there in the lightweight ranks, instead of just getting right at Khabib, because that is kind of strange. I mean, I understand Conor's a big star, and I understand that they want a Khabib rematch because it will do big numbers, but the angles that Conor is able to take to get a title shot is just so out of the norm. But hey, I guess that's what bringing big numbers does for you, right? If Donald Cerrone wins, the Masvidal fight is probably not going to be on the tables, but the Diaz fight might be, because if Cerrone goes and beats a high-profile star in Conor McGregor, he's going to have some newfound fame, and they had history in the past. So there's things that make sense for a rematch from their first bout 8 years ago in 2011. And you could still tie the names of Nate Diaz to Conor McGregor to Donald Cerrone, etc., right? But the main plan is Conor McGregor wins, beats Donald Cerrone, which he's favored to do so, and I'm going to break that down in just a little bit. The most desired fight is going to be against Jorge Masvidal, who Jorge has even said that he wants to fight Conor McGregor, if he's up to it. And Conor has shown some expression in wanting to fight Jorge Masvidal, especially when Dana White came out and said that Jorge is just too big for Conor, and Conor kind of got triggered at that. But that's pretty much the narrative that's getting run with, and nobody likes to be in that kind of spot, especially a guy like Conor McGregor. He's not going to want to be in that kind of spotlight. And knowing that Jorge Masvidal is one of the biggest stars in the sport, it's a very good idea to eventually get that fight, but he needs a fight to get back into the swing of things. Conor McGregor has not won since 2016, and he has only fought once in the past 3 years. His latest layoff is 1 year from October of 2018. This is some time off, man. This is a long time off. We know when he fought Max Holloway, he took like 7, 8, 9 months off, and then he looked really good after that. And that was a little bit different because Conor McGregor got injured. He was forced out of competition and still had the drive and still had that hunger. Here, he just chose not to fight, which directly goes right into his motivation or anything that's outside of the sport. But regardless, for the last 3 years, he could have fought more than once on one of those days, right? But this is a bit much. I mean, another, 15 months since his last fight, only fighting once in the past 3 years. You will rarely see anybody compete well under these kind of circumstances. And in his fight with Khabib Nurmagomedov, a lot of people tend to say that Conor didn't look too well because of probably the layoff, a lapse in his motivation, and stuff like that. And him coming back to fight Donald Cerrone, who they have went back and forth before in that press conference before Conor McGregor fought Jose Aldo, taking this kind of fight instead of such a high-profile fight, getting right into Jorge Masvidal or something like that, shows that his motivation, or at least his concentration, should not be an excuse. It seems like he is serious. It seems like he wants to get back into this for real. And not for the money, not for all the other stuff that he went to the Floyd Mayweather fight for, but actual for competition, and the game seems to be forgetting about him.